I want to thank everyone who had my back through all the uncertainty. This has been incredibly frustrating, but even in the bad, there is good. The way fans continue to show up for me in the fever brought me so much joy and important perspective. I'm so proud of how this team has only gotten stronger through the adversity this year. Now it's time to close out the season and claim our spot in the playoffs. And then there was a series of photos that Caitlin shared. I mean, this one more indicative of her season than anything else. And obviously she'll be there to support her teammates as their quest continues until they are officially eliminated.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not even sure how to explain this, but something unreal is unfolding right now. Caitlin Clark, yes, the Caitlin Clark, is walking out of Team USA practice, and insiders are saying she might be done for good. The camera starts shaking, reporters rush around, fans are shouting, and you can hear someone saying, "This can't be happening. Caitlin wouldn't just walk out, right?" But today, my friend, nothing feels normal. The gym goes completely quiet. The coaches huddle together, heads lowered, whispering. Then suddenly someone says, "Caitlin, you're benched for tonight." Everything stops. Players look over. Assistant coaches try to avoid eye contact. Nobody makes a move. Caitlin just stands there, confused, hurt, absolutely stunned. She quietly asks, "Again? After everything I've given?" And no one responds. The silence hits harder than any words ever could.
In a complete train wreck. This season's been a complete disaster. We got the GOAT, who only played 13 games, missed basically the whole season. DeWanna Bonner scammed us. Natasha Howard basically scammed us. Stephanie White's a liar. Amber Cox is a liar. Kelly Crosskoff's a liar. Now we have to go a whole offseason with the front office we don't.
Suddenly, there are footsteps. Sophie steps in with her arms folded and fire in her eyes. She stares directly at the coaches. This is absurd. You've been waiting for her to slip, and everyone knows it. The coaches freeze, clearly taken aback. The tension in the room becomes almost physical. Someone tries to interrupt her, but she ignores them. She carried the league. She carried the ratings. And this is the thanks she gets. Sophie continues. It's no surprise people think the WNBA has a Caitlin issue. The room erupts, not loudly, but in a quiet, frightened way, because nobody imagined Sophie would actually say it. A reporter mutters, "This has been building for a long time." Sophie always couldn't stand Caitlin. The rivalry, the drama. But Sophie hears it. She snaps her head around. Hate? No. I hate how you exploit her but never stand up for her. And just like that, everything shifts. The players start looking at the coaches in a new way. The balance of power tilts instantly. Caitlin steps closer, her voice trembling but steady. I didn't come here to fight my own team. I didn't come here to be silenced. I came here to play.
People are mad. You effing lied to fans since before the All-Star break just to keep people hanging on to hope that Caitlin would be back, knowing full well she was done for the year. You and the entire front office are effing embarrassments. Resign. I've had a theory that Stephanie White might resign this offseason. I just, again, look at this picture. She's aged a million years.
The coaches attempt to settle her down, but it's too late. She's finished staying silent. She slips off her USA jacket, folds it neatly, sets it on the floor, and says the words no one ever expected. If benching me is easier than backing me, then I'm finished with this. The gym erupts with gasps. Phones snap up instantly. Teammates rush after her. Sophie calls out, "Caitlin, hold on." But Caitlin keeps moving, down the hallway, through the doors, and out into the bright sunlight, leaving the entire team stunned. Within minutes, Team USA's PR staff is scrambling, coaches are arguing, players are whispering, and the media outside is losing control. One reporter shouts, "Is Caitlin Clark quitting Team USA?" Another demands, "Who benched her and for what reason?"
Yeah, the plan on this West Coast trip was to evaluate. How you gonna evaluate her if she never had contact? What's the evaluation? She's been able to shoot jump shots. She's been able to run up and down the court by herself with nobody touching her. What was there to evaluate? Now you're pushing it through the weekend, leading us on, having us dangling in the air like a keychain. And I'm glad this young lady finally had the balls to ask somebody, hey, are you guys gonna make an announcement? You said you're having a meeting. You had your evaluation on the West Coast trip. Now you're gonna have a meeting. Are you guys gonna let the fans know what the hell is going on?
No one has any answers, because honestly, nobody imagined the one player carrying modern basketball would simply walk away. Sophie storms outside, cameras swarming her from every angle. She doesn't hold anything back. What happened today? This isn't on Caitlin, it's on them. The crowd reacts with a sharp gasp. A reporter calls out, "Are you saying Team USA treated her unfairly?" Sophie replies, "I'm saying that if she walks away, this entire program won't recover." Another shockwave hits. Calls start flooding in. The fictional league office is scrambling. Stop her. Fix this. Bring her back. But none of them can, because Caitlin is already in a car, pulling away from the arena, phone completely off. Hours pass, and still, her team posts nothing.
Like, I think it's safe to make that assumption that she's playing. And sorry. We can make the assumption that she's playing basketball in the off season. Like, nothing could have gone worse this season from how she came out of the off season. And this was the first time in her life where she was not playing basketball constantly. And it wrecked her body. So she's going to go back to playing all the time. Whether that be whatever form that's going to be. And at the end of the day, I don't necessarily care what form that is. I just want to see Caitlin Clark play basketball again. I really want to see Caitlin Clark play basketball again. I think the only way that it'll be unrivaled is if the format changes away from 3v3. If the format stays 3v3, I don't think she plays. If the format goes 4v4, I think she plays. I think if you guys don't know, 4v4 on a modified court is the same. It's just fast 5v5. Whereas 3v3 is a different sport entirely. So fast 5v5, 4v4 would be, Caitlin Clark would go from being just a decent player in 3v3 to like the superstar of 4v4 if you put her on the right team. I don't see her going to Europe. I don't see her going back to Europe, going over to Europe. I don't see her going overseas.
USA basketball stays silent. The WNBA is nowhere in sight. Then, suddenly, a single post appears on Caitlin's account, her final message. And my friend, it shakes the entire world. I love my fans, but I won't remain somewhere that doesn't believe in me. I'll play for people who actually want me on the court. The internet erupts. Millions of comments, millions of views. Everyone's stunned. Team USA is spiraling. Sophie is livid. The fictional league is in full panic mode. Fans everywhere are chanting her name, and now the world waits for one thing. Where will Caitlin Clark go next? And who will regret losing her the most? Because one thing is undeniable. History just shifted. And she changed it simply by walking away.